Today at Disneyland, we are starting from somewhere a little different. We are in the Paradise Pier, soon to be the Pixar Place hotel at the Disneyland Resort. Paradise Pier is one of only 3 hotels at the Disneyland Resort, and it is going through a lot of work right now because it is being rethemed and renamed to be Pixar Place Hotel, which you might guess from the name means that the hotel is going to be totally themed to be in the tune of Pixar. Now, I was in this hotel just a couple of months ago when some friends were in town visiting Disneyland, and I can already see that it has gone through a lot of changes. When I was here last, there wasn't really much you could go into. There was a very small makeshift lobby that was also the gift shop area with just a few sort of stands of very minimal stuff and a lot of construction just kind of everywhere. And while the construction is all still going on around here and stuff is still being unveiled, there is so much more to see here now. There's a lot of seating area. The main lobby is much more open. And I mean, it's just like a really colorful place. I mean, you can just sort of see this seating area that I'm in right now. I'm kind of hiding away from everyone right now and also enjoying the AC in this hot summer weather. But I'm going to take you guys to see what is open right now in the hotel, and those of you who have been here will see that there's a lot of changes already, and a lot of Pixar elements. You can probably maybe hear that there's still some construction going on just around me. I'm pretty close, but there's a lot of cool stuff to see, and it's making me really excited for the full unveiling to happen of the complete changeover from Paradise Pier to Pixar Place. Stuff is kind of being unveiled later this year, throughout the year. There's some stuff that's being opened up this summer, some is coming this fall. Like I think the new restaurant that's opening here will be here later this fall, and some of the other designs will come out even this winter. I don't think that there's a precise date yet on the full completion date, but I think it may be later this year or early next year. But it's cool to see some of the stuff, so let's go take a look. Here's a view of the hotel from just outside of it. You can see there's still a lot of work going on. There's a crane here and a lot of spaces blocked off for now. Eventually this is all going to be cleared out and you'll get an unobstructed view of the hotel. And here is the main entrance to the Paradise Pier / Pixar Place Hotel. It's just across the street from the Grand Californian Hotel right over there. You can see through the trees, kind of. This is the entrance. So when you walk inside, you immediately see some greenery, which I love. And the lobby is just here to the left, where you go for check-in. It's pretty colorful. And this is one of my favorite parts. This art over here of some scenes from, obviously, Nemo is really colorful, and I like that it's not just portraits, but it's some actual art. And then there's signs of other Pixar stories here. You can see Joy over here, Woody, and some others. Got Wally up there too, and some more over here on the other side. Let's go take a look on the other side. So over here is a general seating area. So a lot of chairs. This was not here the last time I came. And I really like more art up here on the wall. Goes from Toy Story to Monsters, Inc., to Incredibles, WALL-E, Up, Brave. Lots of great things here. And over here is where the new restaurant is going to be, Great Maple. I think it should be opening in the fall, hopefully. But there's some concept art. It'll be nice to have another sit-down option at the Disneyland Resort. And of course, you've got a gift shop. and obviously a lot of Pixar stuff. And if you're staying at the hotel, it has your typical selection of Disney snacks. It's a pretty big gift shop. I don't think there's really any surprises I'm seeing here. Most of the stuff I've seen elsewhere in the resort at other shops. I do love this Coco stuff. Coco's my favorite Pixar movie. We also love having some background music. Oh, and they've got some Elemental stuff. If you haven't seen Elemental, I'd definitely recommend seeing it. I really enjoyed it. There's only really one more spot to show over here, and this is vending area, which is nothing fancy, but it is really convenient if you're staying in the hotel. And this is pretty new for Disneyland hotels to have. I've seen this mostly at airports. I don't know if I've seen it at really many Disneyland Disney hotels in general, but you can get, your general stuff and pay yourself at this kiosk, which is super convenient to not have to wait in a line. You also have some self-serve coffee machines, which is nice to have. So you can see that there's a lot of new stuff already here redesigned at the hotel, and more is on the way. Later this year, it looks like they are going to have the iconic Pixar lamp in some form in the lobby balancing the ball, so that will be really cool to see. There's going to be like a water play area in addition to the typical pool outside. That may open as soon as early as late this summer. And there's also going to be another outdoor family play area with some games that I think are going to be themed to the Pixar films. And then, like I mentioned, the new restaurant, Great Maple, which I'm personally really excited to try out. Love always getting a new restaurant. So a lot of construction, and I know some people don't love that they are changing over the theme from Paradise Pier to another Pixar theme, but overall I think it's looking pretty cool. I love a lot of Pixar films, so I love all the art, and I'm thinking it's looking pretty good, so I can't wait to see how the rest of it looks whenever it finishes. Hopefully it won't take much longer than the rest of this year. So let's go see what's going on in the parks now. So I'm doing a Disneyland first for me today. I am waiting in the ticket line, which is a place I would never really need to come to as a Magic Key holder. But funny thing, today Disneyland is having technical issues. Ever since this morning, Disneyland's website has been down to even make a reservation to come into the park, even though reservations are likely available. You log in, you hit the button to make a reservation, and then you get an error page with Stitch on it saying that it's not working. I tried calling, I tried talking to someone on the chat in the app. No one can help. They all know that this problem is going on. It's a system-wide problem, but you cannot make reservations right now to get into the park if you don't already have one. This is certainly my biggest issue I've ever had with reservations. I hate them in general, like I know most people do, but they've been relatively easy for me to do in the past. But today, I'm kind of annoyed because this is no cast member's fault. They've been helpful so far as much as they can, and we'll see what they can do at the ticket counter. But for the website to be down, meaning no one can make reservations to go into the park, even though they're available, just shows how arbitrary these reservations can be right now. It's just frustrating because I would easily be able to go in if it wasn't for this technical issue on a website. And the fact that Disney hasn't thought about this and made some sort of workaround is kind of crazy. I don't know if they're going to let me in at the tickets counter. They may not. In which case I'll just spend the rest of the day to go get some lunch somewhere else in downtown, maybe one of the hotels. But I really hope this reservation system goes away soon. It made sense maybe at the beginning of COVID, during most of COVID, when there were capacity things, but it's real stupid. And they also aren't even consistent anymore across the parks. you know, they've got days at Disney World where you don't need a reservation after a certain time, but they haven't even made that here. And it seems like maybe they'll start to go away, at least at Disney World, early next year, since you can buy tickets, single day tickets, without a reservation required. But honestly, they need to go away sooner. And I don't get on these videos or whatever to complain a lot, but it's frustrating today since it's just a technical issue. But I guess, hey, I get to check off a first, go to the ticket counter for the first time ever at Disneyland. We'll see how it goes. Well, I managed to get into the park. Thankfully, some really nice cast members helped me out at the ticket counter, and then at DCA. I just came up and someone had to come over to talk to me. And I explained the situation. They seemed like they maybe weren't sure about the technical problems, but I guess they gave me the benefit of the doubt, which is really nice. I can't guarantee this will work for everyone if these reservation issues persist, but really helpful cast members. So I'm in the park. I'm gonna get some food in DCA. Maybe riding Credit Coaster. There's a shirt that I want to get in Cars Land, so I'm gonna get that, and then maybe head over to Disneyland.
Wonderful audience. Now we've got a little wiggle on, but keep your eyes open because who knows? Maybe someday we'll all see our name in lights. Hit it.
We're gonna take a quick look in this shop in Radiator Springs, Cars Land. This shop was closed all of COVID and only reopened just about a month or so ago. Radiator Springs Curios. So you can see that there's a lot of Cars stuff in here. Immediately you can see all the shirts. Route 66 design. And some Cars specific stuff, different characters. More Cars shirts and some toys if you've got kids you're shopping for. Some caps, some Disney generic ones, but also a couple Cars specific ones. And more toys. Look on the other side. A lot of this stuff is not car specific, but they do have a lot of pens in here. Not really my thing, but and then a wall of magic bands, of course. And some Cars themed phone cases. It is nice to have this shop reopen, but I will say it was pretty nice to have this spot for a while because no one would be up here, and it was a really good spot to take photos in Cars Land up on this porch and shoot some videos. So we'll miss that, but it is nice to have the shop open again. Right now the bridge to Pacific Wharf, soon to be San Francisco, is closed because they're doing more work. You can see some of that going here. I assume they're still going to paint these white parts orange to match. I'm not sure why they didn't do it before they put them up. And if I'm in DCA, I gotta ride my favorite ride here in Credit Coaster. So if you're in DCA, before you leave, you may want to take a look to the left here, because sometimes Oswald is hanging out and the line is not usually very long to see him. You can see people saying hi to him here. Just swiped into Disneyland Park. So let's see how things are going here, how crowded it is. For it being a Friday in summer, Doesn't look too bad, actually. If you've ever come to Disneyland, they have these at Magic Kingdom also, at Disney World. But it's definitely worth taking the time to just take a look at these older framed portraits here that are for some of the attractions here. Some of them are for older attractions, but then we got the newer ones like Runaway Railway. Over here, Autopia. Can't say I spend much time on that one. We got Alice and the monorail. Let's go back into the park. And Goofy is out here taking pictures. So it looks like most of the main characters are out here. It's Goofy. Then over here we got, looks like Donald and Mickey. Donald's clowning around like usual. And Mickey. And maybe Minnie over in this corner. Yep. These are pretty normal spots for the characters over here at Disneyland Park. She must be about to go inside because there's not a line, so they probably cut it off. If you haven't been to Disneyland this year, we have a new little statue here for Disney's 100th anniversary. This little Mickey statue here. You can wait in line to get a picture with. They actually had to replace it a couple months into the celebration because they got this quote wrong. Now it's correct. It says it was all started by a mouse. I actually can't remember what it said to begin with, but it was wrong. Gotta be careful on these railroad tracks and not trip while I'm not watching my feet. So I just rode Astro Blasters. I did okay. I got level 6. Pretty close to level 7, but not quite. I'm gonna do one more attraction before I have to head out of the parks today. So I'm gonna go back to Toontown and ride Runaway Railway, which I haven't ridden in a while. But on our way there, we can get a quick look at the castle. Always looks so pretty and so nice under a clear blue sky. Walking into Toontown, it always looks so crowded walking in, but it's mostly because it's a relatively small, tight space, but I do think that they did a good job of opening it up more when they redesigned it, which included adding our newest attraction, Runaway Railway. A big green space over here, which I have more than once sat there to eat. Well, I just hopped on the tram. I have my Starbucks for the ride home. It was overall a pretty good day at Disneyland, even though it was kind of crazy at the beginning because of the whole reservation issue. But yeah, I had a good bulgogi burrito for lunch, got my shirt from Cars Land that I wanted, finished the day on Runaway Railway, which is one of my favorite attractions here. Now it's time to hit the road and head home, but thanks for joining. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you like what you're seeing. And if there's anything else you want me to explore at the Disneyland Resort or otherwise, hit me up in the comments and let me know.